Hey, Divi Nation. We are still here at WordCamp US in Nashville, Tennessee, and we are going to talk to a few more members of the Divi Nation about their experience here at WordCamp. Let's just go ahead and talk to them then. Come on over. Let's get a chat. Let's get a Divi chat.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us who you are and what do you do?
My name is David Blackman, co-founder of Aspen Grove Studios, partner at Divi Space, WP the podcast, and Divi Chat.
See, Divi Chat. See what I did there?
Divi Chat. Very good, very good.
So, how many WordCamps have you been to? Is this your first WordCamp?
Well, as a matter of fact, BJ, no, it's not. I've been to, I think this is my fifth or sixth.
Okay. So I think this is my third, overall. So it makes me I'm just like, yeah, I've been to a few, and then it's like somebody's been to 6 already. It's like, man, it's like, that's awesome.
Old timer.
So how does this work? How does this WordCamp compare to all of the others that you've done?
WordCamp US is a much larger WordCamp than most of them. You know, there's a few hundred people typically, where there's a few thousand here. It's very similar. It's just on a bigger scale.
That was my experience this morning walking in. I just come from Birmingham, Alabama a couple of months ago, and I was like, it was great. There were people everywhere. And then I walked in here, I'm like, oh, there are people everywhere. It was just fantastic. There were just everyone. So, what did you come to this WordCamp looking for? Was there anything in particular that you wanted to accomplish this time?
Yeah, I came to hang out with you guys.
Oh, that's sweet. I came to hang out with you too.
Yeah. There you go, BFFs.
We are. We're gonna hug on the stream. So what's the highlight so far this year? You come to hang out with us, and we're awesome. But what is the absolute best thing that's happened so far?
Oh my God, the best thing that's happened so far. Well, let me tell you a story.
All right.
We were just having lunch with some of the members of Elegant Themes' team: Nick Roach, Mitch, Kenny Singh, myself. Some Divi Nation members.
So good people all around.
Random person comes off of the street. We were sitting in an outside cafe, and they saw the Divi shirts, and they said, "Oh, do you see the Divi theme? Do you use the Divi theme?" And we're like, "Well, as a matter of fact, yes, we do." And this is Elegant Themes, and that's Nick Roach. And the guy leans around and says, "Oh," it was so genuine. He was not a part of WordCamp US. He knew nothing about the conference going on. He was a random street person that used Divi and recognized the Divi shirts. And then when he saw Nick, he started telling his wife about, this is the guy that I watch on the videos. This is him, and this is the guy I watch on the videos. So that was pretty cool, I got to say. Yeah.
That's kind of the point of WordCamp. Yeah. A lot of this is about building that community, and that's what we as a company are doing too. That's right. Why we have the Divi Nation to begin with. So to have just a member walking around on the street and be like, "Dude, Nick," that makes me so happy that you guys were able to do, to experience that. So, do you have anything that you want to say to the rest of the Divi Nation, or any of the other community abroad?
Well, I don't know that there's anything that I haven't said before. If you haven't attended a WordCamp, I highly recommend you come on out and meet us, hang out with us, say hi, come, just come hang with us. WordCamps are awesome.
It's true. I haven't been to a session yet because I've been hanging out with people, so it's fun. Thank you very much for being able to sit around and talk with me.
No problem, man.
All right, let's get our next guest on here. We have Chris Edwards. Sorry, I could not remember your last name to save my life.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. You?
I'm doing great. I'm having a blast.
Okay, so tell us about you. Tell us who you are, what you do. You're Chris Edwards, obviously, but what do you do?
So I'm Chris Edwards. I'm with Data Driven Labs.
Okay.
So what we do is I'm a co-owner over there, and what we do is we do analytics as well as we build websites for small businesses and medium-sized businesses.
Okay.
Our thing is we try to help everybody have a presence online. Regardless of your size, we want everyone to be able to have that kind of enterprise experience, be able to get out there and touch base with all these different people all over the world through WordPress and through marketing and all that.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Like, and I see your Pac-Man shirt. Like, and I shouldn't say Pac-Man. I say WordCamp Miami is really the way it is. Like, I think this is a theme in Florida WordCamps, because I saw WordCamp Orlando this year has a superhero theme, and it's like WordCamp Miami is going with the video games. It's like I'm feeling like maybe I'm a pull to Florida, that maybe I need to come down there. So, are you involved in WordCamp Miami? Were you involved in getting this done?
So I was a volunteer at WordCamp Miami. I'm one of the co-organizers of WordCamp Orlando.
Oh, okay, awesome. So you're the reason, like, this is awesome. Like, so you're awesome. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, well, maybe. But in Florida, we really love theming our camps. We love to have a blast at them, as well as really share a lot of knowledge. And so, like, we did the superheroes theme. We're doing a space theme coming up for next year. I don't know what Miami's theme is this upcoming year, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing and it's going to be great. And we always have fun with the shirts, the branding, everything all goes together.
That makes me so happy. So Orlando's going to be space next year.
Orlando will be space next year.
Okay, I'm so excited. Like, I love Orlando anyway, so I'm there. So, like, how many WordCamps have you been to? As an organizer, as a volunteer, I'm assuming you've been to your fair share. So what number does this WordCamp US here?
So I really should keep better count. It would be around 15th or 16th camp that I've been to.
Holy moly.
And this would be my third WordCamp US.
Okay, so how does this one compare to the other US's in particular? Because you've probably seen them run the gamut at this point, from, probably smaller to, this is a monster. I don't know. I haven't been to any US's before this, but I'll walk in, and like I said a minute ago, it's like, there are so many people in this hall. So how does it compare?
So I think what really makes the difference between your local camps and WordCamp US, your local camps, you're going to really be able to connect with local speakers, local community members, people that are going to be able to, they're going to be people you can do business locally with and you can work with in the future. Versus when you come out to a WordCamp US, you meet a lot of more developers, you meet a lot more people of the plugins you used. I mean, one of the biggest plugins out there, Yoast, the whole team's here. You can meet everybody with one of the biggest plugins that you use. And I think that's really kind of that cool thing, is almost every kind of plugin, or regardless if it's a theme, even WordPress core, you're meeting all the people here at US that are a part of it. Versus your community, you're meeting and building that kind of community relationship that's going to help you to continue to grow in your efforts with WordPress.
That is awesome. Like, I didn't know that the entire Yoast team was here. I know that we have our team here, but it's not the entire team. It's not the entire Elegant Themes staff. But having their entire Yoast team, that's crazy. Like, that's awesome, and that shows commitment. I mean, that really does, to how building this community, making sure that everybody within the WordPress community is involved, and that we're people to each other. Yeah. And that's really huge to me too.
Oh yeah.
So I got to look at my notes here for just a second. I get confused. So far in this one, what's the highlight? What is the best thing that you've had happen so far here?
Well, first off, the hot chicken in Nashville, definitely amazing. You got to check it out. I think really here, just the connections we've been able to make. I have yet to even get into a session, because I've just been going back and forth talking to, as we said, people of like whatever type of plugins or whatever type of service you use, they're all here. And so I've been just talking with people nonstop. They call it the hallway track, right? Yep. And just learning so much. And I've already, like, my mind is already just so full of knowledge. I'm just ready to go home and just start applying this knowledge to things.
So your mind is full of knowledge, and your swag bag, I'm assuming, is just full of stuff at this point, because there's a swag room, and I am dying to get up there, that I have not even made it to see. And it sounds like a wonderland to me. So the hallway track has distracted me the entire time from getting to the swag room. So is there anything you'd like to leave the community with, say to the community who may have never been to a WordCamp before, or are veterans?
Yeah, I mean, I would say you don't have to travel out to a WordCamp. There is going to almost always be a WordCamp near you. Go check out meetup.com. You'll find your local. You can actually log into your WordPress dashboard now and see the local community. Go join just the meetup. You don't even have to go to a WordCamp. If it seems a little bit much, you can just go. Almost every community has a small WordPress meetup group that meets maybe once a month, usually in the evenings. You can go check it out and meet some people, local people, and learn a whole lot of stuff that's going to help take your business to the next level. So just get involved, join your community. There's a whole bunch of people out there who just want to help you.
That is fantastic advice. Thank you so very much for joining me. I really appreciate that.
Yep.
So for those of you who are just joining us, we are doing a Divi Nation live stream from WordCamp US in Nashville, Tennessee. We're talking to just attendees and members of the Divi Nation about their experiences at the conference, at the camp, and just what they bring to the table and what they're getting from the table. So I don't know where that metaphor came from or why I used it, but might as well bring on our next guest. Come on. Come on, you gave me a hug a minute ago, so you got to give me a hug on the stream now, too. So who are you and what do you do?
My name is Terry Hale, and I have my own company called Misegorn Inc., but my big thing is besuperfly.com. It's awesome. What's also awesome is that I'm here with you, BJ, and Nathan behind the scenes, and then we've got Jason and Kenny and everybody else. This is the reason I come to these WordCamps is because of Divi, actually.
Really, because of Divi in particular? Yeah. Okay, why? I'm curious. I mean, we're great, and I know that, but why come to a WordCamp just for us?
It's the community thing. It's like a family reunion, so to speak. A lot of these sessions are great, but when you get to interact with the people that provide you your bread and butter and you become friends with them, it's just absolutely amazing. So if you haven't been to one, come to one. And just like the last person was saying, there's going to be a local one. Just get involved with the community. It's absolutely awesome.
It is. That was actually how I got involved in my last WordCamp. I came to WordCamp Nashville here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I met someone, Nathan Ingram, who did a talk there, and it turns out he was from Birmingham, Alabama, which is a couple hours south of me. I had an article due. I asked him for a quote. He asked me then to start helping organize WordCamp Birmingham, and then I ran into him in the hall here, and he hadn't even been able to make a session yet either. So it's like so many people haven't even made sessions here today. Have you been able to make any sessions yet?
I have not been to a session. I mean, I'm looking forward to the big things like with Matt Mullenweg and things like that. But again, it's just, I'm involved with so many companies, and just, it's about meeting your friends and everything, to me personally. I mean, I know a lot of people come here to learn things. That, to me, that's secondary. It's really about being with the people.
That is fantastic. I just love hearing that. I'm also glad I'm not alone in not having attended a session yet, because these are great sessions. Like, I look at the topics and I want to go to that, and then I look, it's like, oh, but there's someone new to talk to, or someone's like, hey, you're a Divi, and it's kind of like the last one was like, hey, I know Divi. Do you use Divi? It's fantastic. So is there anything you're wanting out of this WordCamp as opposed to, say, any of the others that you've attended? Like, I know you said you're here for us and you're here to hang out and get get those connections, but is there anything in particular that, this being WordCamp US, that you would like to build on for the future?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what you were referencing earlier about Yost being here, and then of course Matt is going to be here. Right. And I think it's, as far as the US WordCamp goes, the full-blown one, I think it's about being able to say that I was there to see the big names. Right.
And I'm the same way. I'm new at Elegant Themes for a couple of months, and so I'm just meeting a lot of these people for the first time, where there's a camaraderie between you and so many of the other people here. It's just you run up and give them a hug, and it's like I'm so excited to get to that point where there's been a few people at different camps I can do that with now, and I would say I'm gonna run up and give Matt Mullenweg a hug, but I don't think that would go very well. Don't think I need to be doing that, but it's like, that's like bucket list, like Matt. And I would say that would be my highlight of the camp so far, getting kicked out for hugging Matt Mullenweg like that. So is there anything that you'd like to say to the community before we head out of here?
Just kind of what I was referencing earlier. Just, if you can't get to a US, get to a big one. If you can't get to a big one, find your local meetup group and just start there. Just be part of the community. It will change everything, I promise.
Absolutely. That is fantastic advice. Thank you so much for...
And read BJ's articles. He's really good.
I am, but no, thank you. I'm modest. It's thank you so much. So that's it for this installment of Divi Nation Live. And just to let you guys know, we have a meetup group at meetup.com/Divi Nation. So if you're wanting to get involved with the community and see what's around locally, check that out. And there may be something in your area that you can get involved in as well. I'm BJ, and I will see you next time. Bye, Divi Nation.